Y'all, today is one of my favorite days of the entire year. It's Halloween! Which also means it's October 31st, which is very important to me because I like to set some intentions and goals for the month ahead at the end of every month. And November is particularly important to me because it's my birth month. Sagittarius season is finally upon us. After a year of a lot of pain, a lot of growth, a lot of change, I'm very ready for it to be my season. So, to help us prepare for this big awakening, I'm going to do my end of the month ritual for you all today. Now, I need to clarify, number one, I am very new into my witchy era. I do not know if I'm doing the tarot cards necessarily correct, but the way that I view tarot is that it is a tool to help you reflect on what is actually going on inside of your mind. I have anxiety and a very deep-seated drive for perfectionism. So, both tarot and bullet journaling help me control just how wild and stressed my mind can get. So without further ado, hey y'all, my name is Jessica Jordan, also known as The Rolling Explorer, and today I am going to do my November 2023 5-card tarot reading with you, as well as write down my intentions in my bullet journal. So for my tarot, like I said, I am pretty new into my spiritual self-discovery. Let's just see how this goes. I'm going to start by doing the tarot reading because I'm going to see what these say, and then I'm going to write it all down. I clearly already have goals and intentions in my brain. The tarot deck, I'm hoping, will just help me see what I'm worried about. It will help calm my mind. It's like almost like a therapeutic technique for me, I feel like, because it gets me thinking deep down about what they could mean. What does this mean for my month ahead? What does this mean for my present right this second? And what does it mean that I need to focus on? So I only have one hand, and therefore I cannot shuffle this deck in the way that most tarot card readers would shuffle their deck. So what I do is I kind of just really chaotically roll them around like this. You saw that card come up. We're gonna put that one here for right now, just like that. Then if nothing's popping out as I'm kind of swirling these cards around, what usually I do is just pick the one that feels like I should pick it. I don't know if that makes sense. Using my intuition, felt like it jumped out at me. Grab that one. All right, we have our 5 cards. What I'm going to do now is put these away so that I can lay them out in the little formation that I want to be able to read them in. Amazing. Have I lost the plot? I have. So we are going to spread these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like I said, I'm pretty new to tarot, so I found this reading style online. And the first card up here on the left is going to be my October theme, just basically reflecting on what happened. And then we have the one on the right at the top that's going to be my November theme, so it's going to set the tone for what is to come. And then we have barriers and challenges, opportunities, and advice. So we just flip it over. Ooh, see, we already have a reverse. I already am gonna have to use my phone to look up what that means. Oh, this is also reversed. I'm a little nervous. Ooh, another reverse. I've never pulled this card before. This is interesting. So we have the 9 of Wands reversed, the Hanged One reversed, 5 of Wands straight up, the Star reversed, and 4 of Pentacles straight up. I'm just gonna skip this little book altogether, to be honest, and just go right into my phone to start looking these up. So I use a website. I'm probably gonna butcher this name, but Labyrinthos. I find it to be really easy to understand because they really separate what is what. They have the upright, they have the reverse, but they also distinguish between relationship, between professional, and between financial, as well as just a general reading, which I find really interesting. And I guess I should specify that because this is a month reading, this has no specific intention. It could be about any facet of life. It could be personal, it could be relational, it could be professional, it could be financial, it could be about my health, it could be about so many different things. And that's one of the reasons I like to leave it open, especially as I'm still learning about tarot, because I want to really see what, again, my intuition is saying that these cards are wanting me to focus on. So we have a reversed 9 of Wands, and that is going to mean an indication of a great personal fear or mentality that could affect you. Hence, it is important that you do something to deal with it before fear consumes you and prevents you from moving forward. I find that interesting because I did just make a big commitment. I did just make a big move in my life, a big change. I moved to Chicago on my own. That's big, and I feel like if I was truly struggling in the way that they're saying that I'm struggling, would I have done that? I don't know. I have had a lot of anxieties around a lot of other things though, I will say. In my personal life, I've been dealing with some anxieties, and I also, in starting YouTube, I have been having a lot of anxiety. Like, do I have the right equipment? Do I have enough to really put myself out there? Do I have enough content? And it's stagnated me from like actually doing the thing and preparing in the way that I originally wanted to. So I guess it could be reflecting on that. The cards are wanting me to reflect on the things that I have been personally let get in the way of the things that I want to achieve. So that is what I need to reflect on from October in order to move forward into November. All right. It says that it represents a very specific period of time during which you feel as if you are sacrificing a significant amount of time while getting nothing in return. It's as if you are putting your entire effort and attention into something, but nothing turns out as it should. That scares me. If it wants me to reflect on the fears that I have around really diving into YouTube head on, this is freaking terrifying. Oh my God. Okay, let me read the rest of these, but I have an fingers crossed hope for what this is all going to do. Moving on to the Five of Wands. This one is upright, so the reversal has not been very good to me today. Hoping that this one being upright is a good thing. All right, so this is meant to be barriers. It's funny because I'm looking at the picture and it looks like people are fighting, so that should be interesting. It suggests that there is a form of conflict in one's life. Dear God. Well, I'll be damned. That does sound like a barrier, doesn't it? If you already subscribed to my channel, which if you don't, it would mean the world to me if you did, then you know that I'm going through a divorce. So I could see that being a very clear indicator that that's going to be on my mind and be kind of a mental block for this month. Maybe I'm even like conflicted with myself. That's fine. We're gonna move on to the Star reversed. This is supposed to be opportunity. Self-doubt and a loss of faith is clouding your judgment with the reverse star's appearance. Are you suffering from a loss of confidence? Do you pick at your own flaws with excessive harshness? What is making you feel unworthy of love? Others can sense this with you and can make you feel even worse. The doubt and loss of faith can also apply not just to yourself, but also to the feelings about love in general. If you've been single for a while, cynicism may make you believe that love only creates pain or an illusion that is not worth pursuing when it is actually an attitude problem that pushes others away. So what I'm hearing that this opportunity is that all of the doubt and all of the conflict, it's an inner conflict. That's what I'm hearing. This is all inner conflict. This is all me getting in my own way. I need to work on that and just learn to move forward despite the fear. Yeah. That's what that is saying. So this final one is meant to be advice. It's the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles card is capable of generating both negative and positive perceptions. Joy! This has not been a great reading. On the one hand, the card signifies that you have successfully managed to accomplish much of your goals and have managed to attain a significant material wealth in the process. However, on the other hand, there is a significant chance that you will start valuing things only for their material worth. You have worked hard to get to a point where you are now. Be aware that without risk, there is no reward. If you spend too much of your time attempting to conserve, you may become a prisoner to your own material possessions. Wealth is a kind of energy as well, and we create what we express. That end bit, we had to get through the whole freaking thing to get to the part that was important there. The advice is that there is no reward without risk. You have to quiet your monkey mind. You have to deal with your own inner conflict. You have to be willing to put yourself into an uncomfortable position that might not be paying off right away in order to get where you need to be. That's literally what this card says, and that's what this whole reading is saying. It's saying like, yo, November, you're gonna be anxious, you're gonna be stressed, and you gotta just forge ahead because you are on the right path to greatness. You are on the right path to achieve your goals, and you just need to quiet the monkey mind. Really just need to work on yourself. Hold the phone. The Hanged One is not reversed. It's right side up. does this mean? What does it mean? Miley Cyrus. Okay. It says that the hanged man understands that his position is a sacrifice that he needed to make in order to progress forward, whether as repentance for past wrongdoings or a calculated step backward to recalculate his path onward. Sounds like my divorce. This might indicate a certain period of indecision. It's a card that is mainly designated towards waiting and suspension. This suggests that it might be the thing that you need to do in order to achieve success or to wait for the proper opportunity. Interesting. Well, from what I'm gathering, the reading itself doesn't change much. The only thing that is now added, it's not all going to come to fruition this month. There's going to be some waiting. There's going to be some time in between, and we're not to rush into results and have all these expectations that everything is just going to change overnight. We need to quiet the monkey mind. And again, it really does sound like my divorce and my life changes are going to be a driver of a lot of my anxieties and insecurities this month. I can't believe I read that wrong the first time. With that reading in mind, now I'm going to write out my goals for the month. So I'm going to do this in black so they stand out against the colors. But basically, one of my things that I always write down is a follower goal. According to my handy dandy calculator, I am over the goal that I set for myself last month, which, yay, I'm really proud of that. I worked really hard to continue to bolster my audience across all platforms. And honestly, a lot of that did come from Instagram. I have been growing very heavily on Instagram lately, and I really appreciate it, really love it. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you might want to go check out my page because lots of exciting things are happening over there. Forging ahead, I'm going to write down my first goal is that I want my total audience across all platforms to be 200,000. All right, can't go back in the book. Yeah, okay. So something else I want to do that is work related and social media related is I want to put out a YouTube video every day leading up to my 27th birthday. So post 25 plus YouTube videos. So let me tell you why I'm doing this whole 27 to 27 thing. Number one, I love long form content. And when I originally dreamed about being a content creator way back in high school, my goal was YouTube. It's always been YouTube. I've started a YouTube channel 2 or 3 different times throughout my life. And now I feel like I actually have the time, the space, and the energy to put towards making long form content. So that is one thing that I'm doing, and it's something that I'm hoping will help me get monetized on this platform as well, because YouTube monetization does not come easily, it does not come quickly, and it's something that would really help me as a small up and coming content creator be able to continue to do this full time. The cards seem to think that it will, just with time. It's not what I have a whole lot of right now, but I'm trusting my intuition that this is the right path forward. I'm trusting that I know what I actually want for myself, and that is this. So we gotta try. We gotta go for it. All right. So my next goal for the month is that I want book one final job before the end of the year. So this doesn't have to be a brand deal necessarily, but it needs to be something that pays real life money. It doesn't have to be like a big job either. It doesn't have to be like the most high paying thing. It would be super swell if it was, but I think if I had one more paid opportunity, it would make me feel a lot more secure going into 2024. And so realistically, in order to have that secured by the end of the year, communications need to start now. Okay. I want to read 4 books this month, and I think that is possible. Last month I said 3 books, and I ended up reading 4.5, so that's exciting. And this month I want to read 4. That's what I want. All right. I want to meet somebody new. I want to meet at least, I should challenge myself. I want to meet at least 3 new people. I did just move to a brand new city. I don't know a whole lot of people here. I really only have 3 close friends in Chicago right now. It would be nice to expand my circle of community and really start to make Chicago a home, because I always say that a really key aspect of making a place a home is community. I want to take myself on a self-date. I told myself I wanted to do this once in October, and I did that. And now I want to do it twice in November. This can look like treating myself to a glass of wine at a local wine bar. This can look like me going to the movies by myself. This can look like me going to a coffee shop by myself. Whatever it is, I want to do that. I want to plan my housewarming party. So I've shared with my friends that I really want to have a housewarming party for my new place here in Chicago. It's my first time properly living on my own. So I just want to bring all the people that I love into this space and let them help me sort of like christen it almost and like make it feel like a home. And then I'm gonna leave my final goal for just me to really ponder and think about what I want to achieve this month. I'm gonna spend the whole day coming up with that. I always do 8 goals. I always do 8. And most of them are, I think, very achievable here because they're all things that I can control, but they take a lot of active participation in my own life. Guess what, y'all? November is officially set up. We have finished our little ritual. If you liked this video, please do let me know by giving it a thumbs up and comment down below if you want to see more videos like this every month where I walk you through my tarot reading, what's going on in my life, and of course, talk about goals. And what I can do now that I've talked through my goals with all of you is in future videos, I can come back on here and I can tell you which ones I actually checked off and which ones I didn't. So if you want to see that, be sure to hit that subscription button and notification bell, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!